Hello and welcome. I'm Craig Harrington, and today's topic is the continued rise in American unemployment. On Friday, March 6th, the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics released its monthly report for February 2009. The report showed the unemployment figures for that month, and the numbers were staggering. The figures showed that 651,000 people lost their jobs in just February. That number far outpaces even the worst predictions put forth by the economic doomsayers. When you combine the February unemployment numbers with the unemployment numbers in January, you see that in the first 2 months of 2009, the American economy shed 1.2 million jobs. At this current monthly pace, the United States stands to lose over 7 million jobs in 2009. When you combine that with the 3.5 million jobs lost in 2008, you get a serious scenario which needs to be addressed by our government. The report also showed that the total number of the workforce which is unemployed now stands officially at 8.1%. Most people are projecting that we will reach 9 or 10% by the end of 2009. But 8.1% doesn't really reflect the actual unemployment in the United States. If you were to include the number of disgruntled workers who have simply quit trying to look for work, and the number of people who work part-time but would prefer or need a full-time position to supplement their income, you find a number that is somewhere above 15% of the workforce. 15% of our workforce is not adequately employed. During the worst part of the Depression, the United States saw unemployment near 25%. Our economy is rapidly accelerating toward that number. This is a problem which needs to be addressed by significant government action. Unfortunately, what the government is doing is nothing more than the status quo. The President's chief economic advisors, Timothy Geithner and Larry Summers, are nothing more than holdovers from the previous administration. In fact, Timothy Geithner was one of the authors of the $700 billion bank bailout that was pushed by the Bush administration and his predecessor, Hank Paulson, at the Treasury Department. The United States needs something radical. We need thinking that is out of the box. We need a situation and a scenario which is put together with a novel approach to what we're seeing right now. The President and his top advisors keep telling the American people that America has faced challenges before and we have come out on top. That's true. We have faced challenges before, but we've never faced any challenge like the one we're facing today. Even during the Great Depression, things were better for future long-term growth than they are right now. During the 1930s, the United States had a high annual savings rate. We saved more of our income, we produced, and we had a massive export surplus. In the modern United States, most Americans spend more than they make and save almost nothing. The United States as a whole is largely unproductive, and we survive on foreign imported consumption. We are in a worse state now than we were in the 1930s when the Depression ravaged America for 10 years. We could be facing a similar situation in the future unless we do something to act. The President's stimulus plan, the $787 billion package just pushed through Congress a few weeks ago, is not enough to address the problem. It says that it will create or protect 3 to 4 million jobs over his first term in office. That sounds like a large number, but it is nothing compared to the number of jobs which could be lost during that same period. If our monthly average rate continues at this steady 600,000 plus for every month for the next 4 years, the United States will lose 30 million jobs during the time that the stimulus creates 4 million. That's not enough to address the situation. We cannot continue to approach this problem with the status quo. Timothy Geithner, Larry Summers, and most of the people heading our economic policy are doing nothing any different than the Bush administration, the Clinton administration, or the Reagan administration before that. We are continuing policies which don't decrease our trade deficit, which don't increase our workforce, and which don't put people into wealth-producing jobs which are permanent and have long-term growth prospects. The United States needs to approach this problem in a completely novel way. We need better solutions for energy, things that go well beyond increasing fuel efficiency standards. We need homegrown industry. We need to increase our manufacturing, increase our exports, decrease the import deficit, decrease the annual budget deficit for the federal government. We need to increase the amount of money that people make, increase the amount that they save, and increase the amount that they invest on wealth-producing assets here in the United States. We need to stop sending our jobs overseas. We need to stop letting foreign interests buy out our assets. And if we don't do something soon, in the near future, we may be beyond repair. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington with economyincrisis.org News.
Wake up, America! Open up your eyes! Wake up, America! Wake up!
Produced by economyincrisis.org.